Good afternoon, everyone. I'm sure if you're already on the call, you should be able to hear me. All right. So we're just going to give out a few minutes. I'm going to do my best to share the link for the live stream. Unfortunately, we had some technical difficulties running the live stream or starting the live stream rather. So just give me a minute. I'll share the link to everyone. All right. So um I'll just drop this link everywhere. Yes. All right, so I've done. I've been able to share the link around. So, um, all right. So this is 2:11. All right, 11 minutes past our designated time. So once it is exactly 15 minutes past two, I will be formally starting. All right. So just stick with us till then. This is just to give room for more people to join in have already changed since we've already changed the stream link. All right, so in the meantime, if you have any commodities you'd love for us to look at together, do feel free to drop them in the chat box and we'll be able to look at them together. Any commodities you want us to, look at together, just drop them in the chat box and let's take a look at them together. Kai, this guy. All right, so 2 minutes, exactly 2 minutes to till we start off formally. So just stay with us if you're already on the call. We'll be starting in exactly 2 minutes. Again, we apologize for the glitch. We had some technical difficulties as regards starting the stream. All right, so just give us 2 minutes, exactly 15 minutes past two. We will be kicking off. In the meantime, I would have decided to, sing us a special number. Uh, it means to keep us, occupied as it was. So still, let's just give about okay, just 1 minute left, all right, and then we'll be able to start our stream for the day. All right, again, if you have any commodities, we're starting 2:15. All right, if you have any commodities, any pairs you love for us, to look at together, send them in, and we'll do well to do that. All right. Today is the US bank holiday, so you might be noticing that the moves that you're seeing in the market aren't as possibly maybe impulsive or as highly volatile as other days. But all the same, we should be able to set up for or see some setups for some very good okay moves, all right, between today and tomorrow. And just a reminder, all right, it's 2:15. So just a reminder, we'll be having our um we'll be having a live stream tomorrow, all right, a live trading session for the NFP, all right. Um FX Templar will be taking that, and do well to join. We'll do well to send, the link to the live stream, all right. Um Prior to that time, all right, way before time, we'll send it to the group, all right, or possibly even after this live stream, I'll just do that, and I'll send us the link for the live stream, and then we should be able to join, all right. By all means, be comfortable enough to get your accounts ready, fund your accounts. We are going to be making some serious money from the news trading session tomorrow. So, with all of this being said, hey guys, welcome to another session with us today. Let's just go straight into what we have for today. I do not personally have many commodities that I'll be talking about during the course of today's stream. Just about, let me count, let me see, three, six. So let's just say about eight or so pairs out at yeah, for us to look at together. All right, so before we start, I just want to show us this trade. All right, this is USD card. We were able to join us for last week's for this week's rather market review session on Monday. We gave this buy for USD card, and it went so well. It went very, very well. This was, if you're able to get in on this buy, let's say this was about 60 or so, like about 70 pips, all right. And then I was able to also get on the sell also, all right. So all of that being said, why am I saying this? Do well to join us for each and every of our sessions. I promise you, you don't want to miss them. They're always packed, with information and different goodies that would help you during the course of the week. All right, so without further ado, let's go into what we have for today. Let's start with ADCHF. Again, if you have any commodities you love for us to look at together, just drop them in the chat box, and I will be okay. I'm just saying this, King Ify Studio. The sound is a bit low, sir. Let me see if I can increase that a little bit from here. All right, I have increased it now. You should be able to hear me a lot better now. Can you hear me now? If you can just hear me, you can just drop a message in the chat box. Or I think I can, because I'm also watching the live stream, so to speak, so I can also hear um myself. All right, so I think this should be good enough. All right, so King Ify Studio, I analyze gold and I'm waiting for a retest, sir. Here's my point. Okay, let's look at it. Let's look at it also before we go into what exactly I have planned for today. All right, so let's quickly look at gold. All right, so all right. Your SL is 2364.27. So just give me a minute. Let's look at that together. Uh, two three six 4.27. Okay, and then entry is 2360 points. So I'm just trying to get my head around what exactly you just sent. All right, so we'll be able to look at it properly together. All right. All right, so King, if you are looking forward to sales on gold, um Jola also study yes, we'll be looking at that very soon. All right, so King, if you are looking forward to a sale on gold, which is I think possible or plausible rather. I However, I want to be very, very careful. As I said earlier, we are currently seeing that the US is on a bank holiday. All right, so the exact moves that you might be expecting the market to make might not be what we will be seeing. All right, then you have to also consider the fact that the market is currently preparing for its own crazy moves that are going to happen tomorrow. So let's see. Let me just quickly mark this out on chart. I think I am free to delete this now. Yes. All right, this will be a fair point. All right, so for gold, it is very possible that we would see that sell. For me, I have two zones marked out here. Let me just give you the coordinates first. 2361.67 and 1. All right, that'll be my initial zone, and then my second zone will be around. Give me a minute. Will be around 2376.52 and 2387.41. Like I said earlier, though, I want to be careful. You said you're waiting for a break and retest. Oh, sorry, you're waiting for just a retest. All right, so I guess you're referring to this other block around here. All right, so you're waiting for a retest of that other block. If you're waiting for that, it is very likely that you might get played. All right, in the sense that price already has come into this zone. Let me just mark it out. So around here. Oh, okay. We've actually not even gotten that entry yet. Okay, all right, all right. I think I have a better understanding of what you were trying to talk about, King Ify. All right, so I think your bias is actually still okay. You can actually watch out for the sell. Personally, I'm also watching out for a sell, but like I usually advise to the best of your ability, do not take any trade based on just a prediction. All right, and that's why one thing that we always advise is for you to have confirmations that you or confluence of confirmations before you enter any trade. So preferably, I would always advise you to look forward to lower time frame confirmations. For example, now this is just on the 4 hour time frame. All right, so if you're able to see that on the lower time frame, you've seen all your entry criteria also, but by all means, you should be able to enter in for the sell. All right, currently where gold is currently at, that is between the 2368.91 and 2361.67. We've already gotten a test of that zone already, all right, twice already. And for me, I think this was the zone I marked up already on the 1 hour time frame or so. And already for me, that zone looks weak, or it is getting weaker as the case would be. All right, so I want to be very, very careful for price getting to, as it was, shank us out of that zone. All right, that's why I'm watching out for the possibility of gold still pushing up a little bit. All right, let me go back to the 4 hour time frame. All right, so as I said, that's why I'm still looking forward to the possibility of gold still pushing up a little bit. All right, before we get to see our proper sell off. It is good, or it is safe to say we're expecting a sell off. All right, we actually have enough zones, or we have enough imbalances down below for us to watch out for price to still come towards recovering. You might as well put something like this up, and let me just see. I think this is a valid. Sorry, this is, yes, a valid trend line. And uh, let's see if we can just um go lower on lower time frames and see if we can have maybe on the 15 minutes or 5 minutes and look at something that we might be able to work with a bit better for the meantime. All right, so we had this area. All right, so I guess it's still, we might still get to something towards this end. All right, so again, this is just an analysis, and let me go. Okay, I can go back up to the higher time frames now. All right, so something towards this end. Yes, something towards this end. So if I get to see that price, if possible, all right, we might get to see price coming towards the wick of this candle and then getting to sweep that liquidity and sweep the candle, all right, sweep the wick of the candle, and then we get to see a push up. All right, that'll be what I'll be watching out for to possibly happen on gold. All right, before we get to see the sell that we are expecting. All right, so I hope that is clear on gold XAUUSD. All right, so my advice basically is still wait a little bit. All right, make sure you have your confirmations to the best of your abilities. I think your entry and your SL is very they are quite close. All right, so it shows me that you've done your best to slim fit your entry and your SL. All right, which is very good. All right, so let's just watch out for this possibility also happening on gold. All right, before we take up sales on gold as it were. You can't hear me again. Ah. All right, please, if you can still hear me, you can just drop it in the chat box. I think you should be able to hear me. I think you should be able to hear me. Um, you can just drop it in the chat box again. If you can't hear me up till now, you can just drop it in the chat box again. So, but I think my audio should be coming through loud and clear. Okay. All right, King Giffy, I guess this is now this is just something I set with your TP1. All right, so I hope you can see that on my chart. Yeah, so this is just set with your TP1 in mind. So as I said earlier, I think it's not a bad idea to look out for sales on gold, but just do your best to be very careful before taking any trades, especially on USD pairs today. All right, so let's quickly look at AD USD. I guess that should be clear for gold. Let's quickly take a look at AD USD. All right, so if we work based off of correlation, all right, it should be safe for us to say we are expecting a level sales also on ADUSD. Give me a minute, let my chart load up. Yes. All right, so as I said earlier, I would still be very careful. What I'm currently seeing is what I'm currently seeing on ADUSD looks like we're going to see price get to sweep this high again. All right, this current high, this is around 0.67338. All right, so it's very likely that we'll get to see a sweep of that high. Let me go up to the 4-hour time frame and see if we can correlate that with a zone, a supply zone that we will be looking at for that sell off to happen from. As you can see, we've been having a lot of choppy movements off of AUD for quite some time. I think something similar also on AUD CAD. All right, so that being said, I think let's watch out for something like this. If I get to see price sweeping this current high on AUD then I'll be watching out for us to still come up a bit towards this end. This is around 0.8 0.67835, 0.67835. All right, so if I get to see price break out of this area, right, this zone that we had, we've seen that price hasn't, all right, we've just seen that it has just been weeks that have broken above that zone. All right, if I get to see price break above there, then I'll be watching out for ADSD to still possibly be bullish up till there. All right, so for me, that would be a safer zone for me to watch out for sales off on AUD USD. All right, I hope that is clear for AUD USD. I do not want to really take too much time on so many commodities as it was. All right, so let's quickly go on. Let's quickly go on. Again, if you have any other commodities you love for us to look at, just drop them in the chat box and we will deal with them promptly. All right, so quickly let's first look at ADCHF rather. All right, so for the most part, I will not be really looking at, and for the ones I'll be talking about anyway, I won't be really looking at USD pairs. I'll be working with AED card, possibly some CHF pairs also. All right, so for AED CHF, I have this zone currently marked out here. This is between 0.60516 and 0.60803. 0.60516, yes, and 0.60803. All right, so that is where I'm currently watching out for the possibility of us getting a sell-off on AUD CHF. As I said earlier, because your price has gotten into, all right, as I said earlier, rather, because price has gotten into your zone does not necessarily mean you're going to have a reaction from your zone. All right, so watch out for as many confirmations as possible, possibly on the lower time frames, for taking any of these trades. Let's see if we can find something to use on the lower time frame. Let me go up into the 1 hour, or down into the 1 hour rather.